Welcome to the cloudDNA Essential Guide to Citrix NetScaler for XenApp and XenDesktop. My name's Al Taylor. I'm one of the co-founders at cloudDNA. If you have any questions or comments about the video, then please send me an email, al@clouddna.co. It'd be great to hear from you. Today we're focusing on XenApp and XenDesktop users, and it always comes down to the same questions. Do we need to provide remote access for those users? How much downtime is the business going to tolerate? Is there a need for disaster recovery? And do we have users placed all over the place, maybe across the UK, maybe across Europe, or even over the globe? How do we ensure they all get the best service as well? Well, typically in a XenDesktop environment, and the same applies for XenApp, the delivery components look something like this. There's a method of providing remote access. We have a method of providing the security, and similarly to help the performance and the continuity of the sessions, to ensure that the users get the service that they expect. The component parts of that are known as the web interface, a piece of software that sits on a server that you have to maintain and manage. There's a VPN in most instances that obviously helps with the security. Load balancing and global load balancing ensure the session's always the best possible available for the user, or indeed using global mechanisms to point local users to their local data centers for language or simply performance purposes. Obviously, with 4 component parts in this delivery mechanism, the cost of maintaining and learning and understanding those devices, and powering for that matter, and the complexity of running those devices together with different training requirements, well, it's all starting to get a little bit tricky. If we look at NetScaler, it's possible to host all of those component parts directly on one appliance. It makes it really easy to look after, there's less power requirement, and we can really keep an eye on things as well. The recently introduced NetScaler Insight gives us better analytical data about how sessions are performing at the endpoint. NetScaler TriScale gives us 3 ways to scale the capabilities of our NetScaler investments. This is really key as we look to the cloud to support additional working platforms, and this brings us neatly into CloudBridge and Cloud Gateway. With NetScaler looking after the XenApp and XenDesktop delivery, the obvious next step is to look after those other services that are being delivered to our users. Cloud Gateway gives us a single sign-on capability for all of the user's content, regardless of where it comes from, our own data center or up in the cloud. It means that users don't have to fumble around for passwords, and more importantly, IT can keep a track on who's exactly doing what from where. This is really, really important as we look to the cloud for more collaboration platforms, but somebody somewhere still needs to hit those security SLAs. If we're looking at using additional capacity from the cloud, we should really look into CloudBridge, a seamless and secure, transparent layer that allows us to bridge into other data centers up in the clouds from our own location. These features are straight off the box in Citrix NetScaler or available with a little bit of user licensing. But once you start to see the capabilities of adding these kind of components to the same delivery mechanism of XenApp and XenDesktop, you start to get a feel for what's possible into the future. The #1 internet delivery system is now the world's most advanced cloud network platform. Perhaps you can start to see from this video why that is. Join us for another cloudDNA Essential Guide, where we'll speak more about some of the features and benefits of Citrix NetScaler. Thanks for your time.